Hello everyone. If this has worked, then I'm showing you this video. If it hasn't worked, this file will go in the bin. So, how are we going to get this engine out? So, plan is I'm going to drop the subframe with the engine, and I'm going to, once the subframe's down, it's going to run on these casters so I can wheel it out of the engine bay. These casters were about 20 quid, and all I've done is bolt one hole in each caster into an existing hole. These ones they already existed, I just drilled them out to M8, and as you can see, just one bolt means that this caster won't go anywhere, and obviously when the weight comes on it, it won't budge either. And then we've got 3 scissor jacks to try and lower this thing down gradually. So it's going to be a bit of a long-winded affair. I think we've got everything ready to get the engine out. We've undone the steering column up there, and that's released, ready to come down. I haven't undone these engine mounts yet, but that'll be next. And the gear linkage is still in place, so I'm just going to whip them off. But other than that, so the steering rack is going to come down with it, of course. So other than that, I think this engine is ready to drop. So I'll be back in touch if this has worked. Okay, all the subframe bolts are out. So now the only thing keeping that lot up there are those jacks. So here we go, start winding it down. Hopefully I'll give you a little time lapse on how this goes. Well, check that out. I can't believe that went quite as smoothly as it did, to be honest. Let's check it out. So we've got an engine on its own engine stand, technically. Whew. Now, it's all very well getting it out that way. I realise that getting this, if I were to try and lift it up with the whole assembly again, it would be very hard for me to get these close to a line before I jack it up, because obviously moving it on the jacks side to side is not going to be a good idea. So getting the engine back in will probably require the proper engine hoist, but it just means that I've only got to potentially, I don't know, hire a crane once instead of twice now that I've got this out. So this gives me access to a lot of the things I'm going to need to be dealing with, like trying to get this manifold off, for instance, dealing with the rocker cover gasket, potentially the head gasket. Steering rack's going to be coming off for a bit of a refurb, etc, etc. But yeah, this gives me a lot more access for now, whilst I haven't got an engine stand here. And of course it gives me access into here to give all this a good clean out. Now, you may have seen as I was lowering this engine, there were 2 things that I'd forgotten to do. One was to detach these rear coolant pipes, and I hadn't forgotten to do it, but this was a little bit, took me 2 more minutes than I thought it was going to do. But nevertheless, it is now out, and we can have a go doing some cleanup. Oh, Again, I don't think there's going to be any real issues with corrosion in here, so this should be easy to clean down, replace the brake pipes along the back here, these grotty brake pipes, and do bits and bobs. The worst things, of course, are these subframe mounts again, so we're going to have to tackle them a little bit, but other than that, that was good. Pleased that went to plan. So these casters have got brakes on, so I can wheel it around and then brake it into position. So I'm probably going to get some kind of little cover slash tarpaulin arrangement for this whilst I'm working on it. But for now, I'll just keep slotting it in and out of the engine bay as and when I need to. But yeah, thumbs up from me. So there you go, quick 10 minutes later, and we've got a bit more removed from this engine bay, the bulkhead, protector, sound deadener, whatever. What's interesting is these couple of wires were connected to the anyway, I forgot what it's called, coil pack plug. I had no idea what they were doing, but I could see they were going off in that direction. And what's rather hilarious is that the person who installed these wires shoved them through the screwdriver and has left me a screwdriver in there to go and dig out. So yeah, cool, thank you buddy. Anyway, as you can see, we've got a bit of room now to work with, get this all cleaned out and looking sweet again. But it's raining now, so I'm off inside. So there we go, engine's pushed back in for the day, and that's the reason why I put it on those wheels, is so I can just wheel it in and out. Saves me splashing out too much expense at the moment. This whole corona thing has caused me to tighten the budget up a little bit, because otherwise who knows what's going to happen in the future. But we will carry on with various bits and bobs as we go, and obviously I'll keep you updated. But yeah, for now, happy with that. Nice easy job for the day it seems, and we'll be back in touch soon. Peace.